Dun 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 dun.
All right, we are live.
Dun
Today,
dun 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 dun.
oh my gosh. Welcome. We made it to Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. Central Texas time. Well, I've been up since 5. Clay and I joined the Patreon, Chris's Daily Refinements Patreon call, 8 a.m., where we always get our knowledge intake, get our motivation, and kind of wrapping up the workday for me. I'm planning on going until 6. Told my wife I'm going to 6. I think I'm at 10 or 11 listings.
Okay.
And I would like to hit 15, so I'm gonna try to hit 15 before we're done, hopefully. All right, I just listed those Jordans. So next, new pair of shoes. And I figure I can get about between 15 to 18 pair of shoes on my table. So if I could get that table prepped and loaded each morning,
Yeah.
and knock out at the table a day, like that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's
One thing I like that. Yeah. I like on this, using the Apple Watch. I mean, other apps, I'm sure Garmin. I never saw Garmin, my other running watch I haven't used. So if you ever want to borrow my Garmin, you can. I got the charger, but I don't know if you can see the green and the yellow.
Yeah.
So it kind of and it's hard to see, but it'll, kind of gives you an idea of your pace,
That's cool.
Which is
yeah, I just
nice.
use the free app, My Fitness, and I got a Fitbit.
Yeah.
I'm not hardcore enough of a runner right now where I need much more.
I'm just saying, if once you get up and you want to use it,
right?
Because it's sure, I could try to sell it, but it wouldn't sell for much because it's old and it's good backup. Because I've never run very far. This watch will hold a charge, if it's charged all day and more. But I don't know what it does. If you let's say if you're running a half or a half marathon for sure, a full, you would think, it might hold a better charge than my Garmin. Because there was a couple times, or maybe it was the Garmin before, that it crapped out on me in a couple of marathons at near the at mile 20 something. So you're you don't know your pace, and you're like, hey, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
New video, Jay. I saw that Jay has a good title here. It's let's see, what is it? Jay's killing it. Q4 insanity. Q4 sales are going. Oh, here, let me do my bad British accent. Just Q4 sales are going mad. Sold out by Xmas. I like the beard, Jay. Looks good, and the longer hair still.
Oh, Val's here. Hey, Val.
Valley face. Yeah, Jay's doing good. 280 views in 2 hours. Not too shabby, Jay.
Good job. Oh man. Oh no. Look.
What?
You see it? The Cardinal no rips, no tears, no funky smells.
Is that new or used?
Used.
Okay.
Let me see what they go for.
Yeah, and lower it and
see if it's worth listing.
Jay, nice. You're up to 7,000 subs.
Dang, I need some of those.
Nice. One of my top 2 favorite British people, or 3. Because
who's the other 2?
Mr. Smith, and then I don't even know if she really makes videos, but I found Georgina, the UK reseller. She I thought, huh?
She's really sweet.
Yeah, we'll trade messages on her Instagram or whatever, and we've talked about, nothing real deep or whatever, but just how are you doing? Checking in. So I first saw her on Mel's channel. Hey, Kat, how's it going, buddy?
Okay, we got 4 of these available.
Hi, buddy.
Sell-through rate of 75%.
You want to say
for
hi?
about $30.
You want to say hi real quick?
So I try to list them with a tear.
You want to say hi?
It's a tough call.
What's the temperature there, Val? 50s and 60s?
Today's winter. Tomorrow will probably be summer again.
I'm going to write it off.
Let me ask Google.
Let's see if I added.
Oh, Val.
Oh, yeah. I won't show where you live, but I added your town to the temperature thing on my phone when Brian and I were going to come up this summer. It says it's 64.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'm trying to.
Boy, he just did this all of a sudden.
I'm such a rookie. Like I don't do this enough. I forget how to do things. Dang. All right, these are no good.
My house is cold though. There's big trees surrounding it, so we're always in the shade.
Okay.
So when does it snowing and like when does it start snowing up there and get treacherous?
It won't. Oh, you say me?
Yeah. Not down here.
Yeah. I'll be waiting a long time to answer that.
That's a rare occurrence.
Brian, let me go get the Farmer's Almanac and see what day in February we might get ice. Hey, Scott.
What's up, Scott? Triple D. Oh, I need to write off those shoes. I shouldn't have picked those up. So there's a rookie mistake, and that's the first one out of about 20 I've listed or more that I didn't catch a tear. Always double check your merchandise, your shoes.
Is that from your big haul of shoes?
Yeah. 90. I think 91 shoes I picked up that day.
Gee, that's crazy.
And I told Chris I want to hit 100. So, all right, let's do this. All right, reseller recap. So let me since I only come on like once a week now. Good week of calls, by the way, and I encourage everyone to get on Daily Refinement's Patreon group. It's the best $129 per year you'll ever spend, I promise you. Good week of calls, by the way, and I encourage everyone to get on Daily Refinement. That's so weird. That always freaks me out. So we've been talking a lot about like he's got this big partnership with Tech and Sports, and the guy Tech and Sports does like 4,000 a day, 4,000 a day in sales, like 120K a month, and I think Chris is about half of that. Chris is about 50K per month. God. So these are some serious volume. They know what they're doing, and like Tech and Sports he gets so many listings up, it's like insane. And so like our group, our focus has been like, what are your listing goals? What does that look like? And hey Pat Dees, and how can we get you to a higher listing count? And like for me, since I've only been full time, I guess about 3 weeks now. Yeah, I guess about 3 weeks or so. Like the first week I got like 32 shoes listed, and then I got like 41. I'm going to hit 50 or more this week. But like my goal is to get 75. And so we talk about ways of how can you improve that. And so some ideas that I'm implementing. First of all, I'm switching from my phone, taking the pictures, and the phone is it's pretty good. But here's the problem: it's the upload speed. Like from the app, uploading that to Facebook, like that delay. There's always a delay, and I do try to fill that delay in by doing other things to minimize it. But I ordered an Elf Power Shot or something, like a camera Chris recommended. It's like 20 megapixels with an SD card. So I'm going to batch photo, take the SD card, plug it into the laptop, upload the photos, which will save all that time it takes to upload it on the internet. And so that's going to help. Something else I did on my own, and I don't know, I'm taking a chance. I don't know. Like I got a Lazy Susan, like they have Lazy Susans for photography. And I got like the big 12.5-inch one, and it rotates on its own and even has remote control, and you can program it. Because like when I do my shoes, got the shape ups. By the way, shape ups, got all the shape ups. So like I switched the first one as a profile shot. So it'll be here, then it's quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turns. And then I get the bottoms. Oh, like pretty good bottoms there. Nice. See all that tread? See those nubs? And by the shape ups, make sure that this is good. twist test. Then I get the overtop and the sticker, and that's it. But so what I'm thinking is, with that Lazy Susan that's automated, like I can program it to get all those turns, and it can do it as quick as I think it was like 20 seconds. Because it's not hard to move this, but it is a little tedious. And so if I could just have my camera, maybe even get a tripod, just boom, 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 do 10 or 12 shoes or however many, upload them, sell similar, and get those listed. I think it'll be faster. Plus, the other thing is, like, these shoes always scuff up the white vinyl. So I'm either having to wipe it down or replace it, and it's a pain in the butt. So with that Lazy Susan, I should just be able to wipe that down. Like my goal is, this is what we talked about today. And I love that Chris asked these questions. So like his question this morning was, what's your average profit per item? And I hadn't thought about that. So like I'm focusing on shoes. So I went back to my last 10 pair of shoes that sold, and that was over the last 4 days. And it came out to the average profit was after everything, fees, cost of goods, all of that. Like my average profit was $28 per shoe. So basically, whatever you list consistently, if you can do that for 3 months, that should be what you will sell. So if I could list 15 pair of shoes a day, just round it up to make it easier, at $30 profit, right? So that would be $450 profit per day. After 3 months, I should be making $450 profit per day on shoes, and that's how that works. So then the question is, well, how do I get up to 15? Because I'm not quite there. Like today, I think I'm going to finally hit it, but you got to be focused. And I don't know, man, like those calls, I don't know, like I'm a Chris disciple, but those calls are amazing. And Clay's been on the calls now, what, week 2?
2 weeks, yeah.
He's not as enthusiastic, but
I'm just tired. I'm just tired right now. No, I like it because, like, no, because I like Chris a lot. You know, like I messaged him today a name of a yoga person that he and his wife might want to check out, because you know he told us he's doing yoga, and it's this guy that Angie took classes from in Malibu, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go down to storage and pack some, and he's like, he wrote back, it's like, thanks for the name. He's like, smart idea to go down and and pack. So so yeah, Val, I think you'd like it if you did it, just because like it's a good.
There's a lot of clothes resellers in the group too.
Yeah. Because like I was intimidated because Chris is like, because maybe some is the perception I got from, well, my perception of how Brian describes it, little I watched it, because he is about, like, my joke still of, I want to have more time to not pee in a hurry, in a sense, but he is more like Brian or me or you. Well, Val's pretty focused, clothes, shoes, but like, he'll jump around. He's not as, like, he's super focused, but he's not as laser as I thought. Like, I'm trying to think of someone like his school, Brian, that I would have thought he was like, like data wise or something. He loves the data, but he's not as, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, like how in some meeting, if let's say we were going over test scores and, those forms we used to fill out over our 6 weeks test, not that it didn't matter, but no one ever looked at it, and the people above us had to just push, because that's what they're told to do. So that's my perception of what it was going to be like, kind of like, and in reality, he's a really nice guy once you interact with him more,
Well, his whole objective is to help everyone in the group to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
And like I was telling Clay, like the guy that's been in there the longest as far as I know is Matt. And he started off selling men's pants, and he hired a helper, and he's now at the point where he's developed connections where he's just wholesaling clothing. I think it's pants. I don't know if it's men's and women's, but he's wholesaling clothing to other resellers now, and he's not actually listing anymore, and he has an employee or two. So
Val, I'm going to try to buy from him, even if I can. And we think Chris referenced that he bought some guy's store out named Matt, and we think he bought that guy's store out. whatever, so that guy can literally just do wholesale. That
Yeah,
guy said basically, if I'm quoting it, he's like, if I, work a little bit, but if he's okay with just doubling his money, which is still, I think, plenty, he could train somebody and not really have to work a whole lot at all. Isn't that what it kind of seemed like this week, Brian?
Yeah, he's doing the volume game where he's just sorting and shipping them out to other resellers. And yeah, so he's got a lot of free time now. And Chris even asked him, well, don't you want to like have a small store at least where you're listing? And he's like, nope, I don't. So, okay.
Yeah, I need to get, I got to try to get with him and see like.
But I think it just kind of shows you the potential. Like that group, like being in Chris's group for all that time has obviously helped him. And I know it helps me so much.
Hi, buddy.
So I know we haven't done a mastermind, our own mastermind. So how are your goals going? We're gonna put you on the spot, but how are your goals going? And how's the listing? What's working? What's the issues?
Slow and crappy for like the last 2 weeks.
Slow and crappy.
Completely on me though.
Like the listings are slow and crappy, or the sales are slow and crappy? What do you mean?
The listings.
And so I guess are the sales also slowing down?
Right, buddy.
A little bit, but I still get sales every day. I could be making a lot more sales if I would just list more stuff.
We need you on eBay still.
Yeah.
Or I won't say it out loud, but that other thing that I've told you, Val, that will assist, whatever. Because I'll tell you, if I do come to Colorado, you won't stop. I'm going to do like my grandma used to do with me when I'd leave her house. This is my mom's mom, Fifi. Sometimes when I was in college, I'd be leaving her house. She'd slip like some money in my pocket and she'd be like, now here's a little something. And, you don't look when you're leaving because it's just extra money, and it's your grandma. And you look and you're like, hey, all right, a $20 bill. Fifi's all right. I mean, I already knew Fifi was all right. Fifi was awesome. But I already realized, I told Brian, I was like, if I go and she donates her time, I'm going to give her enough that it will cover 2 months of that, assistant and be like, you're using it, young lady. You can't stop.
Here's the thing. When we come up there for you helping us, like Clay will do half and I'll do half, and we're going to get you in. We're going to get you in the group. I think you need to be in the. Could you get up that early?
What time is it at?
7 your time.
7 your time.
Look at it.
Yeah, I'd be up by then. I just don't think it is the thing for me. Our little group already gives me like a little bit of anxiety. Being with people that I don't know in a bigger situation, I just think it would be a lot of anxiety, added anxiety.
Yeah,
I get it. Like I said, I was super intimidated to join. Like very, because
I'm like anxiety. Sometimes I can't drive because the social anxiety of other people on the road is too much for me.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people think I'm really outgoing. I am not.
Well, and here's the thing about, like, I mean, I get that perception. I was anxious too. Like you like Chris does most of the speaking. Like everybody goes one at a time. So your speaking time might be 30 seconds. Like I've gotten where I speak longer, but to maybe 5 minutes. And there's a topic, so you have a talking point. And if you really don't want to talk, you can just turn your camera off and he won't call on you.
Yeah.
By interacting with him, he's really good at asking good questions that will kind of help guide you to whatever level you need to get to. It's hard to explain, but
yeah, because he'll also be like, let me think about that. And everyone is super nice in the group. Like Brian and I talked on the phone last night, and I of course talk the most because I take 1,000,000 words when you can say 10. That's just me. And especially if I'm like tired or something too, then I talk more. But it's like I told Brian, it's not like anybody's going to criticize me in this little group. You know what I mean? They might be like, oh my God, that guy just here he goes again. But there's at least most days, someone at least will be like, thanks for sharing. Cause I kind of talk about my life stuff too, you know, or whatever. So I'm just saying to make you feel better. Like if you decide to, it's not as like, yeah. And most people sit there and they just work while they're kind of listening. I sit there and actually watch because, you know, but
that's where I prep my shoes.
You could try it for a week for free and just kind of, you know, participate or not. And
yeah.
I'm just saying it's not like what I thought it was going to be. Oh, Brian here, Val put us on her Instagram story here.
Oh, cool. Appreciate it. I'm sitting here looking up these Skechers. A pair like this sold for the highest sold was like 80, and the median's about 40, 45.
It worked.
There, Emily. I found you from Val's Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, because Emily's probably like, yeah, I'm like, I said that when Emily and I are messaging, but I was like, I'm out running. Then I'm going to go live with Brian. Then I'm going on Buffalo Picker. And then we're going on Mike's channel later, right, Brian?
I don't know. I never heard of that.
Mike,
by the way, if you want to get rid of funky smells, this stuff smells good and it kills bacteria. It's called 10 seconds. And it works great on shoes. Like those don't even smell that bad. But you spray this, and it smells real fruity. Like it smells good. Like I'm gonna become addicted and start chewing this up my nose.
The shoe.
I wish I could smell this through the computer. But if you got some funky shoes, you want to kill bacteria. Like I always spray my shoes. You know, I used to put that in my description, but then again, I think it might freak people out too. I don't know. But yeah, you need to come in the group. Hey, Emily. Let me catch up on chat. Like my listing slows down, but I needed the social interaction more. Yeah, Chris is very welcoming, Scott. Like Scott, you would get a lot out of it.
Did you go to any garage sales today?
I didn't go anywhere. I'm pulling back. I realized I'll still buy some, like I told Brian, but since I'm running out of money, I actually looked at my budget, you know, like I need to get what I have listed and packed up, and I still have stuff here. So, you know, because I still have enough to like, yeah, this box of jewelry, the stuff that Mom got at that estate sale. So it's like, I got to figure that crap out. And, you know, so I got enough to last probably, plus all the drafts I have. I can still probably get 50 more listings next week, I would think, and still have some.
So you're the person to talk, because I've been talking to Clay a lot about this. Val, you're the bins queen. Yeah, you're the bins queen. Good show. What would a tiara for the bins look like? That would be kind of funky.
What would what?
Like the queen, right? So I'm imagining
a tiara. Okay, yeah.
You're a queen of the bins, and I'm like, that'd probably be a funky tiara. I don't know. It's been a long week. But okay, so here's the thing. So Clay and Chris talked a lot. We talked a lot about this on the call this week too. And so Clay's got to be careful. Like he can't afford to spend a lot now. Like he's got to earn money, like steady for his bills. And so like the reselling needs to be smaller, but I think it needs to be quality. And my thought was just go to the bins, even if it's once a week, spend $50. And I think you can make some good money that way. But since you go to the bins all the time, you want to talk on that? Like what you think would be a good strategy for him with a tight budget to maximize profit, Val?
Just be really picky. Even if you are at the bins, like don't give yourself a weight limit or an amount you need to meet. Just pick up the quality stuff that you know you're going to make a profit on. And even if you have to spend, like, I don't know which days do better at my bins. I used to go during the weekday. I go on the weekends with Chad because I need to have stuff to list during the week. But maybe try it out for 1 week. Go in the mornings every day and see if there's a better day. Like I think on ours on Saturdays, is it Saturdays or Sundays? Maybe it was Sundays that they recycle. So there's not as good pickings because they're just throwing out the same stuff that they did on Saturday.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But just be really picky. Like if you're on a budget, be really picky.
Yeah.
For a while. And maybe, like for me, I like going to the bins because I need to get at least 75 items to list a week, and I can do that at my bins. But if I go to my honey hole, I don't know if you have a honey hole where you
Not
can get
really.
better quality stuff and only pick up a few items. Like when I go to my thrift store, I try and stay around the $25 limit just so I can get my coupon for $5 off the next time. So really
Yeah.
like $30 a visit. So, because I know I could easily go get a cart full of stuff, but I don't need to because I have the option here in Colorado to go to my bins and get maybe not as good of stuff, but spend less and make the same. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have any honey holes?
Not
Oh,
really.
I got lots of honey holes.
Really? You think
Let
there
this
are?
guy
I
give
don't.
you
I
one
don't
of
think.
his honey holes.
Well, so
I
like,
don't.
all right.
Because
So
there's
Monday
so
I
many
went on
people here.
a marathon shoe sourcing trip, and I hit, I don't know how many, 15, 20 thrift stores in about 10 hours. And I came home with like 91 pairs of shoes, and I've listed, I'm probably in the 40s now of what I've listed, and most of these are like $40, 50, 60, several $100 shoes that I picked up. So they're out there, and this is kind of what I'm thinking. Like with Clay, I think it comes back to niche and deli. I think Clay, I think you need to like we need to figure out like a category that you can really know, because the inventory's out there in the Dallas area. It's just you have to itch where you don't walk by good stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
And I think you also need to have a game plan. Like when I go into my honey hole, I like selling men's sweatshirts and sweaters. So that's the first place I go. And I go through the entire rack, all of the sizes. And then if I find like some good brands, I keep in mind what that size is. Like say I find an Arc'teryx sweater in a medium. So my next stop from there, I'm going over to the long sleeve shirts, but I'm going to look in the mediums because I'm hoping that this medium person donated more stuff. And then I'll go to the men's medium button up shirts, short sleeves, whatever, and then take off from there.
That's a really good point. Like, find a pair, like say Allen Edmonds, like very expensive men's dress shoes. If I find one, I'll often find several. Like, so whoever, if somebody with some money donated some good stuff, like that's a really good tip, Val. Like, pay attention to their sizing because you're probably going to find more items in different sections of the store that they donated. So that's a really good tip.
So write that on your pizza box.
Or your hand. Donut box.
On my hand today. I have a to-do list over there on the sofa that I've just checking off as I go. Let's see, what else can I check off now?
Scott says, I think books and DVDs are great pickups at the bins.
Yeah, books are great.
A ton of books at the bins, but it's never been something that I've looked into. But there's like 3 full bins of books. It's crazy.
So speaking of books, I was talking to Chris about this. Like I've sold 2 leather Bibles this week. One for almost 300, and then another one that sold today for like 80 something. And like I think maybe between the two, I paid $1. Matter of fact, the guy gave me the Bible I sold today free at the thrift store. So I think a lot of people slip on Bibles, and we were talking about this in our group. So if you see Bibles, look up the publisher, look up the year it was published, and any special features like gold, what do you call it, the gold trim, or just any special features that it might have. Because some of those Bibles are worth a lot of money. Like the one I sold for almost 300 was a 1917. I forget the publisher, but it was like really rare. So that's why I told Chris, like I'm just focusing. All right, so my replenishables, my wholesale is my good base, and it takes care of me. But like I want to build up shoes where that's a separate full-time income. And then I just want to specialize like in books and Bibles just a little bit, like maybe 5%, just quickly go through a section in a estate sale where I can, maybe find an item that pops. But I think specializing is the key. You got to really know your niches. I'm sorry. I'm creating a listing on a different tab. It is hard to multitask for me.
I just realized I need to start following some people and stuff right now. My new way of following people, I just pick a name and I type it in the search, and it brings up like all the like earlier it was Anne. So you just click and follow all of the Anns.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I wonder where you got that from.
You said names? I thought you said like you picked a letter.
No, well, yeah, I went by letters like alphabet, like AA, AB. That's a little bit more precise.
Some, but then it like, I don't know, seemed like it didn't, I don't know, it'd run out, or who knows, the tabs, of the way I'm doing it. I don't know. So because like on the laptop, I still can't figure out like how to find new people. On the phone, it's easier. That's why certain things.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to find the new to Poshmark people on the computer. I can only.
That's what I'm saying. I don't either on the computer. On the phone, yeah, on the phone, but not on the computer. So that's why on the computer I'm doing it by name. Because I'm like, no.
Or do you just write down all the names so you keep track of which ones you've done, or how do you keep track of that?
For me, I've only done that a few days. I was kind of like finding people with big closets, and like their followers.
The party co-host.
But now I'm like, I went Anne. Now I'm using the name Amy. I'm just going through like names that, like mom's middle name is Anne, or it's Sydney Ann. So it's kind of her first name also. Amy, the ex. At some point, I'll probably do Angie, Clay. I'll see if there's a Val, Brian. There'll be Brian's. And then Wyans,
Right.
Brian. Huh?
Brian
for try flippers. Or should here for Brian could be 1, 2, 3. Try. I don't know. Or try flippers. There. I have time to perfect it unless he's watching.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, if y'all didn't catch, Clay's going to be what at 6:30 or 7? He's going to be on Buffalo.
6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern on Buffalo Picker, his Friday night show with Chris and his wife, and I'm blanking on her name.
Yeah.
And then Alton is now also a co-host of that. And then we are going to go, I don't know if Brian is, but at Mike Flippin' Goodies.
Was that confirmed?
I messaged in our group and he said the idiots of reselling tonight at 8.
Oh, God.
So come over there, support Mike. He's been.
Yeah, poor Mike.
I'll just say it because it's in a video. He put it in a video. He lost. Mike's a little older than me and Brian by just a couple years, but he lost his daughter. And I don't know how old, but my guess based on his son, who's like 20 something, so he lost his daughter a couple weeks ago, and he's the nicest guy. He's great at reselling. He kills it with electronics.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, I'd say watch that more than me on Buffalo. Nothing against Tommy, but Mike's got, if you need to know how to pack electronics too, Mike is the guy to watch.
Yeah, he knows electronics.
Right? Yeah.
We were talking, he was killing it.
And yeah. Once he gets something going, it's like, man, the connections he makes and stuff. And he's got a guy too that tests all of his stuff.
He was doing that on the side. He gave us his numbers. I want to say over your 90-day eBay sales, his are 45K, I think. I could be wrong, but it was something.
Wow.
It was way more than mine. And I finally hit 20K. Here, I'll share mine. I broke 20K, which I was proud of. But
oh, yeah.
He's doubling what I'm doing. I'm like,
yeah, 20K? That dang. I mean, yeah, that'd be.
Killing it.
That'd be, yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, that's. I know we think different. I'm like, that's livable, right? Yeah, that's just your eBay. So
yeah, plus Poshmark. And I'll tell you all this, if you're not on Facebook Marketplace, you are screwing up. Facebook Marketplace is blowing up.
I haven't had anybody. I've had that one sale. Then I have all these people like.
Well, let me. All right. So I've sold a few pair of shoes on there, but I will say this: like, if you do replenishables, if you do new products, and I'm gonna let Val talk. Get on Facebook Marketplace. Multi-sales today. Val.
I was just waving.
Oh. What are you drinking? A pickle smoothie?
I wish.
What is that? That looks terrible. What is that?
It has mangoes, mixed berries, banana, sugar-free yogurt, cashew milk, hemp seed, and spinach.
Yeah, Val's on a health kick. I see her like Facebook and Instagram. I need to do better. So, all right, tell us about that. Well, like, what started this change? I like it, and I need to do better. I ran 2 miles today, but my diet is not where it needs to be. So, what's behind your good eating habits? Maybe you can motivate us, or me at least.
I feel less crappy when I eat healthier, but I still eat. So I went into this thinking I'm going to eat healthy breakfast, healthy lunch, and then I'm going to eat whatever the heck I want for dinner, which for the most part is true, kind of. But I find myself after like a week of doing it, it kind of overflows into dinner. And I second guess myself like, well, if I already put in healthy eating for the day, I might as well kind of keep it going. So I'll add like extra veggies to whatever we are going to eat. Or I don't overeat at dinner, and I've stopped eating my delicious desserts. I used to have those little Debbie Star Crunches.
Oh, I love a Star Crunch.
Stopped eating those. I'm hoping eventually it will overflow into dinner, but for now, I'm happy with it.
Good job. And the food that you post looks really good too. So maybe I need to like copy what you're eating and
I love
avocado.
Program. Like I eat avocado with every single meal.
Yeah,
and
we do.
Also, the thing with healthy eating, I feel like people. So like I eat healthier breakfast and lunch, but I feel like people. I used to be one of these people would go to the extremes, and they're like, "Well, you shouldn't eat bread. Bread's not the most healthy for you." Well, just eat a healthier bread. Like, don't eat just regular white bread. Make sure it's like you're getting something from it. Get some nutrients from it, and it helps with cravings. Or even like pasta. Like I'll still eat pasta, but I've switched over to one that's made with chickpea flour.
I was gonna say you do that, or like what is it? Like other vegetables, or like I switched to years ago. I switched to like whole wheat from white when I found out white just was like sugar at least. And then when my therapist and I were talking, because she's lost a ton of weight, and she was like, she doesn't eat as many carbs because she's like, that's just what'll kill her, you know. So she was like, yeah, so I just eat like cauliflower rice. And I said, I did that once, you know, just like in the bag, you microwave it, and sure, when you open it up, it stinks, but just kind of open it up, let it de-steam and de-stink, walk away from it, you know, come back.
When I was doing keto, we ate so much of that. You get used to it. Like I lost a lot of weight doing keto in the past, and after about a week or two, those carb cravings will go away.
I did Whole30 for almost a year.
You
what now?
Whole30.
Oh, I've heard of it.
And it's doable, and it's not that hard, but it's inconvenient. That's my only thing. Whatever I do has to be convenient. Like if I do eat crap at night, if I get fast food, it's purely for convenience because I don't really think any fast food tastes that good.
So what's your fast food of choice if you are going to eat bad? What are you getting?
Dairy Queen, their barbecue honey chicken strips. It looks like one of those no-bake cookies, but it tastes really good.
Or they had pizza the other night at the end of Chadsworth's live show.
And it wasn't even that good. Only the crust was good. We got stuffed crust.
One thing that made me be healthier is to change my mindset. I deserve healthy food. I don't, like this week, I've not eaten healthy, but I'm for the most part okay with it.
No Brussels sprouts, Clay?
No, because like when I'm tired, you know, when you're tired, of course, you want to eat worse, right? So you generally do. So like, I'm just kind of like, early in the day, I might just be like, it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to, I could force it, but instead I'm just trying to be okay again if I eat crappy. You know what I mean? And like regroup to fight another day, be more okay with my choice. Because like I've talked about this in therapy. Brian knows, like, I'll just say I've got different addictions. And so at times, like eating poorly, sure, it has consequences. It could kill me, you know, but compared to some of my other things, this is a way better choice. Brian will agree, you know, or whatever. So it's like, I've devoured like all these Chips Ahoy, and dinner tonight, because I don't really have much. I'll probably at the end of like near the end of the Buffalo show, I'll order Domino's or something because I've already earned another free pizza. So like,
yes.
And I'll be back. Angie's on her way over. I got to meet her out front. She's bringing me Rice Krispie treats that she made me. So I'll be back in a few minutes to talk about healthy food. Hey, I'm going to turn down free Rice Krispie treats, you know.
Guys, that's the definition of irony.
I know, right?
Do lunges all the way to the parking lot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, I'll see if I don't know. I might be so embarrassed.
Challenge. If there's any cute girls out there, too bad. Do it anyway.
As I'm opening the front door, Domino's guy is walking by, of course.
Do it. Do it. Oh my gosh. I'm cross-listing on the other tab right now. I'll tell you what, like, it's fun. Like, you don't realize how much concentration it takes to list things in a cross list, but you realize it when you're doing a live show and you're only halfway focused.
Mm-hmm. Freezing.
Yeah, I know Clay always asks about the weather. What's the forecast? Like, I want to do this is what I'm thinking. Like, I want to do a sourcing trip up there. I'm just trying to build up some money before I go. But so like what's the weather up there right now?
Like this week we're high 50s, low 60s. But for me that's cold.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm always cold.
If you go up to the mountains, though, I'm sure it's way colder, huh? Mm-hmm. Like, this is my thing. Like, if I do a trip up there, like, I want to source, obviously, to write it off and get inventory, but I also want to like go hiking every day. It's so beautiful up there.
It is, especially right now. All the colors are changing.
Whoa! Don't tell me that. I'm trying to get Clay to come with me, but like between his cat and now he's like on, I don't know. Like he's worried about his cat. I'm like, find a cat sitter.
Don't they have like pet sitters? I'm sure there's some that specialize like in.
Yeah.
Older.
Well, I know like a big concern is his budget right now. And because he brings it up, so like we talk a lot about that in the Patreon group, trying to help him.
Danica.
What'd you say?
That typo makes a big difference in what you're doing.
Let me see what happened. All right, let me check. One thing that helped me healthier is to change the mindset. I deserve healthy food. Okay, yeah, y'all said that one. My keto works great. Yep, it really does. Yes. Danica says yes. Clay, for real. I don't even know what. Who knows? But Clay's so crazy. I have been listing a murder trial. Ooh, how many listings you got up, Danica? What are your total listings? I'm closing in on 1,000 finally. I think I'm at. Let's see. I'm at 971. Trying to hit 1,000.
What am I at? Posh stats. There's like a fruit fly. Available listing 628.
That's good. That's good. So if you're doing 75 a week, depending on your sell-through rate, I mean that's like 300 a month. So
at
maybe.
One point in time, I was almost at 1,000, and then I was dumb and like, no, I only want to have 300 things in my closet.
No. So God, I always talk about the Patreon, but like that's what we've been talking about since Tech and Sports. He kills it. He he used to list like 200 items a day by himself, clothing. Like he would go source 200 and list a day. Like the dude was insane. And now he has a couple workers, and it's just, like, in my opinion, a lot of the stuff isn't even that great. Like it's kind of mediocre, but he does such volume that his sales are about 4,000 a day in sales. So there's definitely something to the high volume, high sales model. Clay, do your lunges. I don't care. No excuses. Lunge. Oh, there you go, Clay. Danica says she'll watch your cat. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet of you, Danica. Danica's back from Vegas. What
was in Vegas?
She can't tell you. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Clay still messes. That's funny. Yeah, how many do you like? Like, I'm trying to use your model for Clay. Like, I think Clay can do what you do and be successful. So, like, how many sales do you think you average on a well? Where'd I put my
a week? Well,
or day, or however you want to.
The lowest amount I sell a day items would be like 2. 2 is like the lowest. I guess it just depends on. It depends on how much I'm listing.
And that's the key, right?
I have the drafts. I just need to finish them. I was just having a poopy week, I think. Just personal stuff, and I don't want to call people crazy, but
got some cray people in your life.
Some creepy people. I'll go with creepy. Creepy's a more accurate.
Now we're all curious.
Subscribe to find out what happened.
It sounds like a good video. You need to tell us about the creepy people in the video.
Not as creepy as Emily's. I don't know if you saw Emily's story of her stalker.
She got a stalker too.
Like, how many people are watching? Do I even want to say? Do I think he's watching? There's 10 people. I might.
It's not that many.
But he could be watching.
Are you watching? Creeper? That was Creeper. Are you out there creeping? Come on, here, I'll send you the link. We'll work this out.
Let's talk this out face to face.
Yeah, let's handle this. Oh, and on another note, like, I think they're not talking. Like, I can source so many shoes that I need a helper. So I think Clay's gonna list for me like one day a week. And the way it'll benefit him too, besides some steady cash you can count on, is like then he can learn what I'm sourcing. So when he's out sourcing, he can pick up better shoes.
I think a lot of it is just listening and watching haul videos and what sell videos. Like, you don't actually have to watch it. When I was learning, I was working, sharing my closet, and if there was like a brand that was selling for a high and I didn't know it, I'd look over at the screen and look at the tag.
That's true. Yeah, that's good.
But just ingrating it in your mind, hearing it over and over that this is selling. Then when you're out shopping and you see it, you're like, oh, this one sells a lot.
Yeah, that's how I started out. I used to watch a lot of what sold videos. And then I kind of graduated to just studying the solds. And that's what I still do that. Not every day, but probably every other day I'll get on there and I'll look at shoes, filter, use shoes, 35 or higher, and then just look at the solds, look at about 100. And a lot of them I already know at this point, but every once in a while something will catch my eye. Or you can pick up on a trend that way too. Probably even more so with clothes. Like if you did jeans, just say men's jeans, $35 or higher, pre-owned, filter it. And I've done that like before I went sourcing for pants. Like I spent a couple of days just studying solds, and it works. Like, you know, just yesterday I sold a pair of Ralph Lauren men's dress pants for like $35, and I got them for like $1 at the thrift store on a 99-cent tag day. And that's what I'm saying. Like if and he can do it here. Like, with certain thrift stores, like on dollar day or 50% off day or whatever, or go into the bins even. Once you just learn a niche, like learn men's pants or t-shirts or shoes or whatever, That's the problem. That's what I was talking about Chris today. We were both talking about that. Like, he doesn't want to be a generalist anymore. He wants to specialize. Once you specialize and really know one thing, like, then it's easy. Like, you can go anywhere. Like, I've walked into a couple local thrift stores that are in my hometown. They're not big volume thrift stores. Like, I went on Monday, but they're little hole in the wall thrift stores. But there's less people that go in there, and the shoes are cheap. They're like $3. I found a pair of Red Wing men's boots, work boots. They're like $180 boots. And I found a couple of other shoes in another thrift store that are, $70 to $100 shoes. So I think spending some time venturing out and especially if you're in a big area, like we're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it's a sprawling area, and there's all the big chain thrift stores, and there's also a bunch of little independent ones. So, try to find a couple of new thrift stores a week. And you never, like you were talking about your honey hole, like now I have a couple honey holes, so I hit them like every other day and just walk in. They're small, maybe takes 5 or 10 minutes. And if I see something great, that's where I got that Bible at. I picked up the Red Wing boots and the Bible. The boots were $4. The Bible he gave me for free. The Bible sold for $80, and those boots will sell for at least $100. Like, I won't take less than $100, $1 to $180. And that was 5 minutes of work. Are you doing lunges, Clay?
No.
Lame.
You know what you need to do? So I know you probably don't want to like any competition when you go thrifting with Clay, but if you're listening, Clay, you should just go with Brian. I always want to call you Brain now. If you want to go with Brian, it sounds so weird calling you that.
It's fine. I've been called Brain before. That's okay.
Go with him thrifting, even just to see what he's picking up and his process as he does it and how he scans the racks or whatever.
Yeah.
So there won't be any competition. Y'all don't have to fight over shoes, but you'll have company too, and that's always nice when you're thrifting.
Well, we kind of came to an agreement that I'm good with if he is at some point, even on a marathon day.
What's that?
But that's more up to him because like it's a percent. And if I came home with even on the low end of the percent that we kind of talked about, for me, it'd end up being a decent number of shoes, plus maybe some pants or some other miscellaneous, Yeah, I was kind of watching while I was out there, and then talking to Angie for a minute. Scooter, you hungry or not, buddy?
But I think what you're getting at, Val, is absolutely correct. Like, however you do it, you got to acquire the knowledge. Once you have the knowledge, however you want to acquire it, through videos, through studying souls, through going with somebody, like that knowledge is money.
Yeah, and that might be a better route to go too, just following the brain around. For me, I think a lot of the people that I used to watch, I don't watch anymore. It's just hard for me to watch certain people. There's certain personalities I'm drawn to and I can watch them easily. Other people, even if they have the knowledge, and it's just hard for me to like sit through it.
Yeah. Also, if I came up to Colorado, Greg, Rocky Mountain Reseller, you know that name, right? I've seen him in chats. He messaged me when on Wednesday Chris's deal is live, and so he messaged me on Instagram after, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I'm in Colorado, so if you do go up," he's like, "I'm good at picking clothes. I don't necessarily always like it, but I'll donate my time just to keep my skills sharp." He's in Pueblo, and we traded messages yesterday, and I told him who you are, and I was like, "Watch her video. She's nice, and she does a lot of clothes and shoes." I didn't say where you live. I was like, "She just outside of Colorado Springs, but goes to the Bends." And so I was like, and then the third person who's part of the little call, Nico, I think her name is, she lives up in Wyoming and goes down to Denver. She even was like, "I'll go help you too." I told Brian, I was like, "Man, if I got 3 people," but even if it was just you and like that Greg guy, I'm like going, okay, so I get an Airbnb for a couple of nights. I pay for him for the Airbnb, pay for us to all go eat. And like, then I could come back probably with a car full of so much crap that I'll just be like, oh my God, how many things do I have to list now? Like 5, I don't know. Like you come home with what, 70 to 80 things. I'm like, my God, the amount of clothes and shoes could be.
This last week was a little rough. I'm not sure what was up with the bins. I think it's because they had too much stuff. Like when there's too much stuff to sort through, it makes it even harder to
because you're
go through it.
And you're getting beat you down probably mentally too.
Yeah. You get tired fast and it's discouraging because it's like double the amount of crap you have to dig through.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
I think if you have someone to go with, it's more, it's fun and you just go longer. When I go with Chad, it's typically he's off in the corner on his laptop editing a YouTube video. So it's just me there picking.
Okay. So he makes use of the time. Yeah. I know I need to get on and I need to get my spectrometer and do my homework for his next live show or whatever.
I didn't do my homework yet.
I don't know, whatever. It was a good show though. If any of you like cars or repairing cars, watch her boyfriend, the practical mechanic. I watched a live and learned some, but I know nothing about cars. But Chad just is like, he's like nice and easygoing and he's funny. And you hear Val in the background, you know, reading comments. And he thought I was funny, you know, and like he and his group of people interact well, but it's a good show.
Yeah, that group of people that's there and that like talks in the chat, they're all really good people. Last year, we got to go. You saw the pictures. I posted that memory on Facebook. Yeah. Those are the people that we got to meet. It was really cool. It's like all of the bigger automotive YouTubers that are his friends.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Was there an event going on or did y'all just all go meet?
Yeah, there's an event that happened. Well, it's supposed to happen every year. Obviously, this year it didn't happen. It's called Super Saturday. And it's like, I think last year was it just one day of training? I think it was one day of training. This year it was supposed to be 3 days, a whole weekend of training for the automotive people. So hopefully next year it'll be the same. And we're hoping next year Chad will be able to take a whole week off of work and we can spend a whole week over in Pennsylvania.
It rotates locations?
No, that's where it was last year. We just made the trip to New York since we were so close.
Okay. Gotcha.
Do you do any sourcing when y'all do those trips?
Well, we've only been once, and I went out once on my own, and it was really traumatic for me. I think most of my time going around was just me being lost and driving in circles. I went to a few thrift stores, and I found a few good things, but it wasn't like I was expecting it to be better, but the area we were in,
Scranton,
was no. No, I didn't get to see Michael Scott.
Dang it. The Michael Scott Paper Company. Because if it went under, or was bought out, you might have, been able to find remnants, you know. Such a good documentary.
I think next year if I go, I'll see if there's any other YouTubers or resellers in the area that want to meet up. I know a lot of Josh. I do believe he moved over to that area.
Oh, from Jersey or whatever?
Yeah, that's like the only one that I actually
there are. I'm blanking on who they are. When I used to watch a whole lot more lives, I remember several people that I'd always see were in Pennsylvania. I can't think. Is Larry? Larry?
That's where like NASCAR man and
right. I thought
Alexis KIT.
Yes, I thought she's maybe, but maybe Larry is up there. I haven't seen Larry in a while, but I haven't say watched.
Larry Stash?
Yeah.
I see him in the mornings with James the Kelly Picker. They're streaming live together.
Oh, they have a show now? Okay. And I need to I should watch Victoria some. Victoria. Trying to get a baseball score here. The important things. I should work, but
I'm working, but very slow.
I was starting to figure out. I packed up those Corningware things I got from you, Brian. So I'm going to list those in a minute.
Those will sell.
Yeah.
What's Corningware?
Like like the you'd cook like a casserole in it or something. Like the glass lid
type thing.
Yeah. I'm doing kind of we worked out a deal. Some of his auction stuff from the summer he gave me. So after it sells, and after whatever, when it sells after fees and taxes, then, I give him part of it. So that way he makes some money. It cleared out, his spot, helps me out. So even though he did say today, he said, you got to quit taking mediocre stuff, even if it's from me.
Corningware is not mediocre.
No, it's not. But it was just funny when I thought you'd like that, Val. Even when he's like, even when it's for me.
True. Well, all right. So, like, what happens is that's all for my auction stuff, and so I'll buy a lot, and some of the stuff in the lot is good, and some of it is mediocre.
Oh, some I did donate because I looked. There's some like a few things that I don't know. There's supposed to be like. It's like a picture of a tiger and something else. And like, oh, that's kind of cool. And you flip it over, like Big Lots, and you're like, okay. You're like, I can't sell that. Or I would feel bad, even if somehow. So I am thinking, like, okay, what is my time worth? I don't think that, but I'm just like, is it just worth my time? Not literally dollars. Just is it worth my time to list something from Big Lots for $3 or $5? I don't think so. But like I listed that red glass plate, and I packed that up today. That was already listed, but I got it packed up with the correct, measurements. So the Corningware, like, I'm going to plug that in because I'm only at 3 or 4 new listings for the day, things that were at storage. So, but I mean, I'm only shooting for 50 for the week and I'm at 39. So
let me see, where am I at? I got to hit 50 at least. I know I'm going to hit 50. I want to get.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. It's fine.
There's Skits. I did sell another board game from this what I call the school garage sale. Finally, Win, Place, and Show. Only $15, but I paid $2. So, and I've had it since December. So at this point, $2 to $15, I'll take it.
Right. Gosh, I'm so out of sorts.
So are you afraid you're going to run out of space to store all these shoes?
Me? Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid, but it's going to happen. Like, excuse the mess, but like this is the 3rd row of bins. And I just built this one, and I can squeeze one more if I push all these back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I've got like my work tables, my prep tables. So after I've got one more shelving unit. What's that? 8, 10 more. I've got about 12 more bins. I'm gonna run out of area. At that point, I'm gonna have to get a storage unit. And this is what I've learned, because I did get a storage unit like in the summer when I was going to do more auctions and stuff. And it was about 10 miles away, and that's too far. Like, even if I pay more for the storage unit, it needs to be close. That's the most important factor. And I'm trying to decide whether it's indoors or outdoors. I think I'm leaning towards a climate controlled one. Mm-hmm. Because it's hot here in Texas a lot of the time. And I don't know if I'll list out of there like Chris does. I'll probably keep listing here. And so, like, I do my now that I'm full time, it's doable. So I do my shipping in the morning when I wake up. I list any wholesale stuff I have that comes in. I do my shipping for the day. And if it's not too busy of a day, I get that done before our Patreon call. And then I do the Patreon call. And then I go to the post office, go run some days, hit the local thrift stores, and then I come back and list in the afternoons. That's kind of my schedule. But if I sell something that's in storage, like I guess I'm gonna have to print out like an SKU list or something, or write them down and make a trip to the storage unit. So I got to see like what hours they're open, like all those little details. But it's gonna be happening pretty soon.
If you can get one even like as close as mine is, I can get down there in 6 to 10 minutes, and I think that's pretty good for, because there just isn't one any closer to me. So I'll take 10 minutes to.
Well, I know there's one on the other side, 287, which is like a mile away.
Like when going towards El Phoenix and the high school.
Yeah, right by the El Phoenix. Yeah, I guess it's a little farther west of that, but it's
down the service. Like, yeah, you'd go and do a U-turn maybe. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's not far. So
I just got to see. Now that gets really hectic over there. There's a lot of traffic. So maybe if there's one less trafficy going 77 like towards Red Oak.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could work there if needed, just for doing whatever.
Well, I've got this, I can't really tell, but that's a drafting table. I got that a while back and I'm not using it. So I think I'm going to take that to the storage unit and do a second light box if it has electricity and everything.
Yeah.
We're in a pinch. I can do a little work there.
The table I used to lean on when you'd be like, don't lean on it much. And then I do this, Val, and you're like, oh, sorry. Because it's a drafting table, but it didn't like lock or something, so I never spilled it, but a couple of times when I first went over there last summer, I'd be like, sorry.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. I've done it several times myself. Yes, El Phoenix, Danica. And here, Clay and I, we go to El Phoenix a lot if we go sourcing together. And here, if you ever go to El Phoenix, all right, in the chat, what do y'all think Clay's gonna order? You go to El Phoenix.
Just learned by now. If she thought about it, she's heard it enough.
You go to El Phoenix with Clay. Now, there's a few things like I'll do a few different things, but Clay, it's always the same thing. What do you think Clay's gonna order at El Phoenix?
One thing never changes. At pretty much any restaurant, I have one thing. Because why would you? I'm a picky eater, and if in that way, I have less anxiety.
She knows.
Danica knows, yeah. Because a lot of it really is the anxiety of like.
What about the
stuff that gives me anxiety? So if I can control it by, like small things, you do it.
What is he having on the sides?
Yeah, cheese enchiladas.
And it's not just no onions. Now, it gets a little tricky. Now, this is what he
explained. The one time Brian's going to talk about the topping, I don't do that as much anymore.
So he'll order the enchiladas with no onions, which okay, that's fine, right? But these are cheese enchiladas. Keep in mind, cheese enchiladas. Yeah, double right. Very good, Danica. He knows. But on the toppings, it's like, I don't want too much cheese on top, even though it's cheese enchiladas. No onions, but not too much cheese. But I want cheese, but not too much cheese on top. And no beans, double right.
Yeah. Flour tortillas.
Yep, some flour tortillas. Do you do butter with them? I don't even know.
Sometimes, but I don't really eat much real butter, so I don't think about it. And that's what I get. There's a place over near me also called Manny's Uptown, which is better quality than El Phoenix. So the enchiladas aren't a lot better, but overall, I think their menu from talking to Angie and other people. But yep, same thing there. I picked that up like last week, and I think I got El Phoenix on Monday. See, that sounds good now, but I'm like, I don't have time to get it tonight,
I think Claudia's making spaghetti with meatballs.
Spaghetti. Oh, maybe I'll order. There's an Italian place that I've been meaning to try not far from me.
Oh, man. If you're in the Dallas area, well, Danica, you're kind of far, but if you're ever in, Clay knows about this place. If you're ever in Ovilla, you got to eat at Moni's Pizza, but not just the pizza. They have the best dishes, too. Spaghetti with meatball, lasagna, all the Italian dishes are amazing.
I almost went there yesterday because I actually went to, I went south to check out a couple of places, And I was like, I don't know where it is in relation, but I'm like, no, you need to like, because I was like, if I go get pizza for lunch, I was like, I don't want to run or anything after, So I was just
you gotta do that before. You gotta run before you eat the pizza.
Maybe this weekend, one day, I'll like go find a park down that way and I'll run, and I'll
call me if you do. We can meet up. Or maybe
I'm not a stalker. I don't know how I'll remember that.
Who said that?
Because we've joked about it a million times. My food, I guess, because we've joked about it a million times. Like, it's what kind of pizza will I get tonight? There's only one kind.
It's okay to be a stalker, Danica. Val's got one. Emily's got one. Clay now has one. I'm just messing with you.
Does Chip own a gun, Danica? Even though you're stalking me.
But doesn't it make you feel good to have somebody stalk? I mean, I know you don't feel good, but in a like weird kind of way, does it feel good to have a stalker? Like, does it make you feel like right?
Yeah, because I can't imagine in reality it would. Hey, I'll take whatever tamale attention. That's what you call female tamale.
Nah, bro.
What? Nah, bro. Yeah, Emily's like, screw that. I was almost like, I hope Emily's not watching still. Yeah, maybe this is too soon. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no filters on, just whatever pops in the brain.
They both have guns, lots of them. Nothing against that. I don't understand that people having lots of guns. That's just a thing. Like, I just don't understand.
We have lots of guns.
Do you? I don't get it.
There's a lot. I
get people liking to go out.
Animals take different guns
to shoot every now and then, I guess. But it just like, well, to me,
hunting. Yeah. And then we have a few for when we go to Denver, we take a gun with us and we leave it in the car.
Yeah.
We got one for stalkers, like a 357 or 45.
And I know, like you're obviously saying protection. And I know you're not saying that. Like, some people are going, well, I needed to protect me and my family. And I'd be like, because someone in
I get what you're saying, Clay. My brother-in-law has like a whole, and I'm an ex-police officer, so I have a firearm or two, but like his is insane. Like he's getting ready to build a compound and stock it. Like, it can go way overboard, even in Texas.
Because like, to me, it's like, well, I mean, sure, I guess at some point I might need one, and most likely I'm not going to have one. And I guess if I end up dead because they have something, well,
you can always run it. You're a good runner.
Yeah, that's kind of my theory. It's just me. And my dad was like, my dad doesn't have guns or believe them either. But he's like, well, you can outrun. I was like, no, but I mean, if like a couple runners like around, not right where I live, have been killed or in the northern suburbs by bad guys, but I don't run usually.
One guy got axed in the head, didn't he? Out there at White Rock? Somebody got married or axed?
The lady a few years ago by the football player from A&M who was mentally ill.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he was the guy actually, and then the wife, like 5 days later, couldn't deal with it and transitioned herself on. But up in Plano, there's been
transition on. Interesting.
Well, I like that term. That's what Angie said, to transition on, instead of like killed, murdered, died. It just, because it is kind of like whatever's next, since I do think it's a transition. You're not just, I don't know. But
that's a very politically correct way to say it. Yep.
But the whole gun, like when people, this one guy in some thread on Facebook, he's like, I need it to protect my family. And I'm like going, I've made it 47 years and 6 months. And these are my firearms, to make a bad joke. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not saying to not have them, but I'm like, when people make it so like, not like, you're just saying we take it with us. I have other friends and family who have them for protection, but you're not saying like, we got to have them for protection, because the odds are.
Yeah, the odds are minuscule you'll use it. Like, even as a police officer.
Left my door unlocked one night, and I'm the guy who, as Emily said, maybe jokingly one time, the amount of tape you put on a box as a reseller maybe says how much your trust issues you have. And Emily, I thought of that today as I was packing a doll in a box, and it's lightweight. Man, I still tape the hell out of that box. Because because I check my doors all the time, and yeah, I don't get guns, but I didn't grow up around them. I grew up around footballs, basketballs, baseballs. Like
I didn't grow up around guns either, but I fully believe in guns. One morning, 5:30 a.m. There's a knock on my door. I was getting ready for work, and I go to answer because I thought maybe Chad came back and locked himself out. So I jokingly say, "Who is it?" And Chad doesn't answer me.
yeah,
So I kind of get away from the door. I almost unlocked it and opened it.
yeah.
And I went into the kitchen and I looked on the security camera. And there was some random guy walking away. And so I called Chad, and Chad called the sheriff for us. And then that same guy actually called in the sheriff himself. He was in his truck, high as a kite on meth, talking about some girl that's locked in a dungeon. And he came to my house to get help for that girl in the dungeon.
Girl, you're about to get locked up in the dungeon.
Yeah, I was almost that girl in the dungeon. So yeah, I believe in guns.
Rubbing the lotion on its skin.
Like if that guy would have busted into my house, I would have had zero problem shooting him with my hollow points. Zero problem. He would have had 6 hollow points in him.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm learning something about Val here. All right, I like it.
I get it.
Happen your ass.
Because I would be freaked. You saw, Val, how freaked out I was when you and I were doing the show, and
I wouldn't open the door.
And that angry neighbor banged on it. Well, I opened it because it was like 8 at night, and the other neighbor had opened the door, or whatever, and they were already talking. But like if he'd just been standing there, I would have probably said something through the door or whatever, and been like, yeah. And I have, like, I admit, but a lot of this goes back to just childhood. Like, I don't like even having and I know y'all might think this is crazy, but it's just related to childhood. Sharp knives. Like, since I don't cook, a few years ago, I bought like a set of like knives you would use to chop up food. Yeah, I threw those away about 6-7 months ago. Like, illogically, I do have some fear that like if someone gets in the house, they're going to get that knife and use it on me. And since I don't cook, what can't a dull knife cut through? You know what I mean? So like, I don't want sharp knife. Yeah, I know. Yeah. See, I wouldn't have that in my house.
You're going to have a bald spot right there.
That'd be hilarious if he did it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't like, I guess, like weapons, basically. Yeah. So if I ever end up married, some girl's going to be like, really? I'm like, yeah. No, yeah. We can cook with one sharp knife. That's all you freaking need. That's all you need. You don't have to understand it. It's just part of my stuff. It ain't going to change probably. There's certain things from childhood that are deep seated that I'm okay. Like, I'm not going to waste time in therapy talking about overcoming a theological fear of knives. That's not worth therapy time.
What do you have in your water? Is it blueberries?
Yeah. Well, it's not really water. See it?
Seltzer or something.
Truly. Yep.
Yeah, I was at the great White Claw. Yeah.
It is so good. Like, it's a blueberry flavor. So I had fresh blueberry. It's so tasty.
Cool. Danica said bye.
Bye, Danica.
My listing speed is so slow right now. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I need to get like I still
I'm probably 2 listings an hour out.
I didn't think I'd really for sure. If I can just get these 2 of these 3 corning things, all I got to do is put the measurements in.
15 for sure, and I still might. I'm going to keep going. Even if it's on Mike's show later tonight, I'm going to keep listening. I'm going to hit my 15, even if it's midnight.
Whose channel?
Do like I did, that other night, up till 4 a.m.
Yeah, Flipping Goodies is the channel. Yeah, y'all subscribe to Flipping Goodies. I think he's doing it. What did he call it, Clay? The Idiots of Reselling or something?
Idiots of Reselling at 8 Eastern.
It's very appropriate.
And at 7:30, I'll be on Buffalo Picker.
That's kind of funny. Like, we start out in the morning, very focused, semi-professional with Chris Lynn, and we end the day as the Idiots of Reselling.
Well, I'd probably be more loosey-goosey, but that's not how that works,
No. No, man. Clay came in burying his soul the first day. But I joke like him and Chris are BFFs now.
Hey, we've got a message thread going on Facebook. We're BFFs. We're gonna order that necklace where it says like, you know, best friends. It's like a little heartbroken, right? You know.
I've got it. You ship that to you? I'll give that to you next time. You can give the key to Chris. You can keep the heart.
Okay. He is a really good guy.
Yeah, he really is. He's super smart.
Yeah.
That dude is smart as frick.
Oh, I still have to pick a shelf. Okay, well, we'll do that tomorrow.
We're so stupid. We sound like fangirls.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, I just respect that dude. Like, there's a lot of good resellers out here, but I've never seen anyone like that breaks it down. And he reads books, and like everything I do, Val, like all of our book club and all that is just like a smaller version of what he does. I think you'd like it. I know you'd like it because I've seen how well you've done, and when we were doing our little club. And I guess we could restart that if anybody's interested. This doesn't seem like anybody really wanted to do it.
I know.
Hi,
Resale
junkie.
Huh?
Oh, resale junkie.
That's a good name, resale junkie. Oh, come on, keep following closets. God, I have already shared my closet. Probably about almost 9 times. You know, everything 9 times already. So pretty good.
In your closet, what's your?
I have like 200 some odd, like 220, I think.
So almost 2,000 shares.
Yeah, because I told you, like I reset the goal for the day, and I did it a lot while we were on the call, and then afterwards before I could get my butt up and going. So about 1,800 times, give or take, I've shared. And right now, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to follow people and stuff, because that's, I should do it the other way. Maybe actually stop and share more. I mean, I am at 11 sales for the week, and I still have tonight and the weekend, and the goal was 10.
What were you doing before you started sharing your closet more?
Sale wise per week.
Yeah.
Well, that's eBay and Posh combined. Once I didn't really start on Posh, I don't feel like, until I got the first assistant, you know what I mean? To when I got on Posh, I finally did it. You know what I mean? So my sales though, I feel like, I don't know, they go in spurts on Posh. I can't, and I still get frustrated. Like, how much cheaper do you want me to offer that dang thing?
I'm saying, man, get on Facebook Marketplace, guys. People are not cheapskates there.
Well, see, I am, and I have 2 people wanting that Tory Burch purse that my mom gave me, but and I even brought it home from storage yesterday because huh?
So what's the problem with it? You got 2 people wanting it.
They won't go on and buy it, and so you're like, so to me it's part of that. And Macari sucks. I'm not going to list any more on it it's not worth my time.
Yeah, on Mercari, I only do new items. That's what I found. That'll sell on there, but
okay,
it'll sell. It's not worth the time. I think for used items, eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, and I'm not putting these things I've listed in the last few days. I don't think I've put any of them on Facebook Marketplace. I'm just trying to make sure it's on eBay, and if it's clothes or shoes, I went back the other day and made sure I put it on Poshmark, and if it was from Sellhound, I had to tweak it anyway, accept offers and things like that. But this lady, she's like, can you do 80? I was like, sure thing. Are you in Dallas? I figure if not, once you pay, I'll mail it out. I said, I got to my storage unit. I'll take it with me. And you're like, come on, and someone else, the other day was like asking about shipping. And I was like, no, I'll do your price. Remember I texted you, Brian. I was like, so it's just like, come on, do you want it or not? Because I'd rather sell it on Facebook because I'll make more, like with the no fees and all that. But at this point, I'm willing like to make less, sell it on something.
All right. So this is the one thing I do. Like, do you price them the same on all three markets, or do you adjust the price based on the market?
No, I have them. Let's see, on eBay, I think it was the most, and on Posh, let's see. I took it off of Posh already because I thought they were going to buy it.
Yeah, I shouldn't do it
till they. I think I had it similar on all. Some I've realized I have to go back on Posh and adjust because I set it high on eBay because then I know I'll run a sale. So then if you cross list it to Posh, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, lower the price because that's the inflated price. If that makes sense.
Is that you, Nikki, from Chris's Patreon? That looks like her, right?
What?
The Resell Junkie, is that Nikki from the Patreon group?
Nikki? Is it Nate? What's Benet or something? Or
something like that. I'm bad with it. How many?
Benet? It kind of looks like her. I don't know.
All right. Well, I have, let me see, after that listing, let me check. I have 972 listings. It depends. Like I do like some wholesale stuff that has lower profit margins, but like on my shoes, which is my big thing, my average profit is $28. So the average sell price is probably about 50, and maybe a little bit over 50. And then by the time you take out fees and what I paid for it and shipping, it leaves me about 28 profit. And I'm trying to just do shoes. I used to do everything. Emily says, one lesson I have learned on social media is that if you like doing something, keep doing it. Even if not everyone is on board at first, it will gain traction. Oh, is that when we were talking about our, what was it? We call our little mastermind group?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I gave up too early. I'll be honest. Like, I'll be vulnerable here. Like, my feelings were hurt. Like, nobody showed up. Like, I paid up for the Zoom because it was weird. Like, the week before or 2 weeks before, like, we had like 12 people in it, and the feedback was great. Like, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And I was excited, and then set it up, and I'm sitting in the room by myself for 15 minutes.
Hey, I showed up. I was just late.
I get it.
Hey, I at least let you know I couldn't make it that time because I thought for sure some of the other people are going to be there.
Here's what I've learned about me, and this is I'm trying to be vulnerable here. I'm trying to be like Clay. Like when my feelings get hurt, like my response is like I get angry. Like that's how I was raised, and anger was the only accepted emotion. That's kind of screwed up. Like I've been going to therapy, and I'm learning to not to block out my emotions, to sit in the emotions, as Joe would say, and to sit with it, to be okay with it, and to learn better coping mechanisms. And like me speaking out on this, I guess is like something I wouldn't have done in the past. And I'm not blaming y'all. Like I know, like I've missed a lot of things. So I'm not blaming them. This is more reflection on me. But like I got upset, and then so I just like basically F it all. Like if they don't want it, fine. I don't need to waste my time. That was my reaction, and that's probably not the healthiest reaction.
And I was texting you that night going, no, we'll blah, blah, blah. We'll pump it up. I'll talk about it like I keep doing on shows. And and Brian's like, well, they don't want to come on it. I was like, well, let me talk it up more. You got to talk it, So, yeah, because I felt so bad for you that night.
It was okay. It was just me being booty hurt. And it was stupid.
Booty hurt.
Emily says, thanks for being vulnerable. There's always something. Yeah. Like that's what I've learned. Like there's your hard emotion, and underneath it, there's a softer one. Like, so the anger was on the surface, and underneath it was hurt or sadness.
Mm-hmm.
a live mastermind.
What was that?
Oh, there's kids, and we're in the cul-de-sac.
I figured it was outside.
There's a bunch of little kids. And let me see.
And then Akeisha, maybe is that? What groups? What do you mean? Like, she's saying like, oh, your mastermind and Chris's.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I ain't even done anything with it. You want to throw it in the chat?
There it is.
Maybe we can. There's a Facebook page. What do we call it? 7 Sticks Mastermind Group. You can join, and maybe we'll get the mastermind. Basically, the whole thing. We've done book clubs too. And fewer people even care about that, but Val and some others have done the book club because a lot of reselling is just your mindset. Yeah, we read Napoleon Hill. He's the author behind Think and Grow Rich. We're in the middle of Atomic Habits, which I guess I just kind of boycotted because I was upset. And that one's a great one. Atomic Habits, by the way, is a great book.
Yeah, so once you learn... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Once you learn brands and you learn the process of listing and everything, like it literally is all just a mindset of getting it done.
Yeah. And I don't even feel like this isn't putting myself down. I don't know that much about much of anything, and I make decent money just because I do the work. Like, because like I say, almost everything I've ever bought, I look it up before, so I know it'll sell at some point. So like, it's not what Pure Hustle said. It's not that difficult. You just got to do the work, like a lot of jobs, really, or a lot of whatever. Akeisha. Okay.
Akeisha.
I like that. Thank you for doing that. As the former teachers, Brian and I, at least I would have written that on like a note card the first day of school, written it out phonetically.
Well, personally, and this isn't good. I'm bad with names. I will butcher my students' names so bad.
You ever see that funny video of the substitute teacher and he's doing roll call?
Oh, it's maybe the 2 greatest videos ever made, along with Dave Chappelle's very first skit where he plays the blind KKK leader. But the substitute, you've never seen that one? You got to go watch Dave Chappelle.
It's great.
I think it's one on his very first show, and I've not seen much Dave Chappelle, but he was a blind KKK leader, so he didn't know he was black, and his like handler made sure no one ever saw him without his hood. You got to find it on YouTube, because when you watch it, you'll just, it's so awful, but it's so great because like he can make fun of it,
Yeah.
But what is it? Aaron? Yeah. And the sequel one is great. Oh, now you're going to tell me, something other. Aaron.
Right. So good.
I don't know squat. Or wait, here, to give a visual. I don't know.
What do you sell? Akeisha, you sell hard goods, I guess? And that's what we were talking about. There we go. In the Patreon call, we talked a lot about that, or at least these are some of my pet peeves. And I know I echo Chris a lot, but generalist versus being a specialist. Like I think, or I would say Chris agrees probably that. Oh, there's your cap. That I think everyone should learn when you first start. You should be a generalist and learn a little bit about everything. But the more you resell, and who is the guy? Is it Frank? Yeah, Frank. I don't think Frank definitely disagrees with me on this. But I believe you should become a specialist. Like you should learn 1, 2, maybe 3 niches, so that you can become an expert in that niche. Like I used to do clothes. Join my mastermind group or Chris's?
Probably yours. That's my guess. She came on. Didn't Emily come on one of the very first calls? I was out walking. I remember down by Baylor Hospital. I think when we did our first one back in like July. It was July at least. Yeah, because I was still.
Since Emily joined and we're talking about, are y'all? And it's okay if y'all aren't too. I know I was upset then, but I'm over it. But if y'all want to continue, do we want to continue it? And if so, like what, Sundays or
I know that's kind of the key, or is it? Yeah, do we take back like Thursday night?
Val was like on all of them, and she was late to the last one. So I kind of like up to you, Val. Like if you want to continue, I enjoyed it, and I think it's helpful, and I liked it was like our group doing it. So I'm cool with doing it again and not getting booty hurt. But like if y'all don't want to, that's also okay. Like from a selfish point of view, like Chris's call, like I get everything and more than I need. But like honestly, on our calls, I kind of regurgitate some of the stuff that I pick up on Chris's. Like I try to share it with people who aren't paying to be in that group. So if y'all want to, we can. If not, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I liked the group. I miss having it. It was just like a little punch of motivation for the week.
Yeah, I like that. So did Sundays work okay, or
punch that motivation in me?
Punch of motivation. I like that.
Oh, cancel that.
So what day and time works best for that, do you think?
I don't mind Mondays. Like I like the weekdays better.
Okay.
Weekends, I try and spend with Chad.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so Mondays.
Whatever works for everyone else's schedule too. I can try and make work for mine.
So more of a Monday morning or Monday afternoon? Afternoon, like 4-ish, kind of like what we were doing.
Yeah, I liked that time, and I'll be better at being on time.
No, it's fine. You were. I mean, it was. That's more on me. Like I shouldn't have got booty hurt. But yeah. Okay. So yeah. Anybody out there that wants to join us, join the 7 Sticks group, and I will put the link to our, I guess, Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And if you can make it, you want to join. Like basically, we kind of talk about goals. Reselling goals, obstacles, ways to improve. Kind of a lot of the things we talk about in Chris's, but Chris, we meet every day. So this would be more of a kind of squishing everything together, but I think it's still kind of useful. So join the group, and I guess Sunday night I'll post a link. Clay, if you'll help me remember, Clay's good at helping me remember stuff.
From Monday? Yeah.
Did you say that you upgraded the group, the Zoom?
Yeah, so it doesn't show. Like if you do the free one, you get 40 minutes, and then it ends on you. So yeah,
we found out. Yeah.
So it won't shut up.
Yeah, we're in Dallas, Fort Worth area. Are you? See, I'll say is I don't know. Monday, I'm gonna probably go out and Uber, so I'll.
Well, we can do Sundays too. Emily in the chat saying that Sundays are good for her usually. What times on Sunday?
For me, later, just because if I'm out Ubering or running, but I'll make what I can. If I'm running solo, I can get on while I'm out. If I'm running with someone, I can't. Oops. Brian knows that noise.
I do not know that noise. I will just say your speed is too high.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going back to just that and like talking and not seeing y'all right now.
Yeah. Aisha, games, movies, electronics. Good categories. Electronics are great, man. I just gave away a bunch of electronics.
Oh, she's in Fort Worth. Okay.
I used to love electronics. It's great ROI on electronics, but I just wanted to focus on shoes. And so like the testing of all that stuff and the packing and the shipping.
Yeah, I was glad to take $75 for a VCR DVD thing I paid.
I sold one today that I just listed from an auction from the summer, like an old school video camera and the case and everything. I think I paid $6 for it. Sold for like $150 with shipping. So you can make some serious money on electronics.
I sold mine in person, so that helped that I made 75 cash, which is more important to me right now than almost anything. And I just set it aside. So if it gets really low, I got
finding a box for that thing. Oh my gosh. And I also sold a painting too. Because I used to do a lot of auction. I used to do everything. So I've got a painting I got to ship out Monday. And I do have some boxes for that. I know. Just got to pack it. Yeah. Akeisha, I'm in Waxahachie, about 20 miles south of Dallas, in Clays and Lake Highlands, I guess, area.
Lakewood. Lake Highlands, yeah. East Dallas, yeah. Danica is in West Fort Worth, Akeisha.
Emily says Sundays are good for her. So yeah, maybe we can do a Sunday night. Or Emily says Monday afternoon is good too. Either one's fine.
Nice sale. Keep reading down. Look at her sale that she had.
So we're getting several maybe Monday at 4 p.m. That's what we were doing. Maybe we just keep with that. Fort Worth. Yeah. Yeah, you're out there with a Goodwill outlet. One of my honey holes. $8 on Need of Us. Oh, so let me tell you this. That is a really good flip. Nice job. Like I've had a couple, and you're not really supposed to sell these things, I don't think, anymore on eBay.
Oh yeah. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
The chest, it was like this shook up chest congestion. And I bought it for like $75 on OfferUp, and I did this twice, and I sold each of them for one for $1,100 and one for $1,300 on eBay. Those are my two biggest flips, I guess, of all time. And don't sell CPAP stuff on eBay. I did that once. Actually sold it, made several $100s, and then after the sale, I got a notification from eBay saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to sell that." Oops. So be careful with medical, but there's some money in those things. If you're gonna do those, I would just do those on local markets. If eBay won't let you, some things you still can. But. Shoes, yeah, shoes are great. Like shoes are my thing. Like there's people like Tino, the Soul Advisor, Chris. There's people making multi-six figures just on shoes. And these I picked up. I haven't even looked them up. Skechers I usually don't mess with, but some Skechers like Shape Ups bring good money. And the thing about these, it'll have a SN number that's easy to look up. So let me see, 46110. It's 46110. Val sells clothing. Ooh, maybe not the best pickup. 0% sell-through rate. Nice. 11 available, 0 have sold. And here's the thing, like women's shoes, like I keep away from women's shoes a lot of the time because women's shoes do not bring the money that guys' shoes bring. Let me look on Terrapig. What sold for the year? Is it even worth wasting my time listing?
Val, I kind of did what I did when I was on with you. I'm looking, kind of watching baseball, looking at the side of my eye, and I see myself move, and I'm like, who's on the screen? Whatever. Oh,
one pair of these I've sold in the past year for $10 plus shipping. Bad buy. I'm in them $681. So I guess now, like I'm wasting my time. Like, should I even list them?
Because
break even, but my time, $60 an hour, 10 minutes to list it.
My big thing is it worth taking up my storage space? Because it's so precious to me.
Anybody want a pair of Skechers casual shoes, size 8 US? I can do some.
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
space.
I guess I have to wear them now.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to donate them. Your time is worth money. Those are going to be donated. And you can write that off. I'll just write that off as.
So the other night, Al, Chad said, or you did, that y'all have acreage, right? Y'all own land, or Chad does. Is that where the house is? You live? Do y'all own that or rent that? Or is that land somewhere else?
No, the house is on the land. I think
Okay.
it's like 4.5 acres or something.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. So yeah, so y'all could build, like he said, a big.
We're gonna build in our field because really, I don't know. I think Chad's over the whole field, and the whole vineyard thing didn't end up working out. So we're just gonna use part of the field, build right there, and then take down the vineyard and plant hay right there to make up for the acreage that we take up.
Okay, so y'all were trying to start to grow grapes and stuff?
Yeah, our water got cut, our ditch water. And so to water our vineyard is over $400 a month. So we decided it's not worth it.
You'd have to be
something that neither of us are like passionate about.
Yeah, I get it. That's a lot of. Does ditch water, that means just the free water or something? Like,
well, not free, but a lot cheaper.
Okay.
What you got?
Now these, on the other hand, like men's boots, trucker boots, ankle boots. These are Wolverine 1,000 mile. I didn't look them up, but I'm gonna say I know these are gonna be worth money.
Men's booties.
Yeah, that's like $450 for 400 design. Like ties used to be a thing, and I think the tie market, like even like I have bought a bunch of suits. Like I used to resell suits, and you can make really good money on suits. They're a pain in the butt to list. But man, ever since the pandemic, like that market has died.
What kind of designers? Like I've seen people in What Sold videos talk about like Burberry ties and like nice brands not selling for that much.
Right.
I have a few listed that were my own and like nothing. My worst buy is the remote controls I bought. At least it was, not to make you feel bad, Acacia, but at least I only spent $150, and I think I probably made like I don't know. I should look and see how much I've made, but
bastard,
I won't break even probably, but that's okay. I was excited. I was trying something different, you know. So
hey, it's okay. We learn from our mistakes. We've all screwed up.
I waste way more money than that. So
have you considered selling the whole lot off just on Facebook Market to make some money back?
Good
I guess I could of all the ones I've already, you know, it took me a long time because I cleaned them because some were so gross, like where I wanted to cut my hand off afterwards. They were gross, and then I tested. So I only have.
But he can't because he doesn't have a sharp knife.
I got one. You can.
Yeah, you do. I could. I guess maybe I should do that. Yeah, like I should.
And you can add that in your description. Be like, hey, I've already cleaned them all. They're ready to be listed.
Because I thought about almost taking them down just because I'm like, God. Well, some of that's because, Brian, I'm at 450 listings. Do I need to move up to that next level now?
Yep.
Okay.
Right there.
That costs more, doesn't it?
Yep.
Dang it. See, that sucks because it costs more and I'm not even.
That's why if you're going to do a small store, it's got to be a tight store.
Yeah, I need some more sales soon. Like I said, I'll just slash prices when my sales stops.
Definitely.
Let's see if
with a dull knife.
What?
Not going to be a clean slash.
You're going to slash them with your dull knife.
Anything I cook can be done with one dull knife.
You know,
things I cook go in the microwave.
More accidents in the kitchen happen with dull knives than anything else.
I can see that.
Oh, from St. John Bay to how do you say
that? Yeah.
Yeah, St. John's Bay sounds terrible. Wow. I'm trying to find this exact model, but 110% sell-through rate, average sell price of $140, but I'm trying to find these exact ones.
What time is it? 5:56. Okay.
What time are you going on that other show?
In about 35 minutes. So in a few minutes, I'll go shower and stuff. His show is just like an hour long, I feel like, you know?
Yeah. I've been on there. It's a good show. They're good guys.
Oh yeah, Tommy's awesome. Yeah, if you want to learn Amazon, Scott and Tommy are both like super knowledgeable and super helpful. You know. Oh, I feel like I can go to sleep right now. All right, Tampa scored. Nice. If anyone cares about baseball, Tampa is leading the hated Houston Astros 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Hey, somebody, it says I can send an offer to somebody for a pile remote control. Sure. It's already priced at $11.75, so it's like hard to send much of an offer, you know. $9.95. There we go.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. These are good. These boots. Now there's a big spread on these. The high price on these are Wolverine 1,000 mile Montague Chelsea boots. W05452 is the stock number. These are 10.5D, and the high price on these is $165 plus shipping. Low price of $18.50 plus shipping, but looks like the middle ground is around 65 to 80, and paid $681 for these. Just need to dust them off. So yeah, men's boots. Like anytime if I see a men's boot, like I go for them. Like I'm all about that.
Whether it's on someone's foot or not, he just goes for it.
I'll cut off that foot. That's what's coming on.
He likes men's booties, is what he's saying, Val.
Oh, women's shoes are booties. Men's, this is
I know. I'm trying to get you like the ticket to say something, you know.
No, you're trying to bait me into this.
It'll be on YouTube forever since we don't have drops like they do on the radio.
And a little tip: when I shoot my shoes, I've got my little what do you call these? Tree shoes.
Yeah.
Just makes them fill out. You fill them out, and like on this part, like if it's flat. If you don't have I used to have a what we call a boot thing, but you can stuff paper in here even. Just those are gonna look a lot.
Those, like the packing bubbles you get in Amazon. But for my big boots, I used to use. You can kind of see them right there. I used to stuff Gollum in my tall boots to take photos.
What's Gollum? Like what's Gollum?
Stuffed animal.
Like I'm like, what is this material? I've never heard of Gollum.
My fancy reseller tool.
Oh. What's that? That's usually a notification. It's a Poshmark 6 p.m. party. Men's style party.
40,325 followers. Slowly, I'm getting more followers.
That's funny, Clay. I got it. Like that stuff don't even matter. All it really matters is you do want to follow a lot of people and you want to share your closet a lot and try to share to the 9 p.m. party. That's really all that matters. It offers to likers and bundles.
2 items listed.
Nice. I did 2. So I did 6 today. I'm at 41 for the week. I've got 2 days to do 9.
I've got 3 more. I've got to finish.
And I got lots of drafts and stuff on Sellhound. Like Sellhound sent back a bunch of these shoes and stuff that my mom bought at that auction or whatever. So
if we weren't live, I would have knocked this out a long time ago. I mean, it's fine. Like I need a little social interaction. Reselling gets lonely.
Yeah.
But a work show is it's funny.
Yeah, I talked too much to my neighbor yesterday. I feel like when I was like coming home, throwing something away, and we talked, and like I just like going, oh God, I talked too much because I hadn't talked to anybody. I hadn't, I mean.
No, I get it.
My biggest interaction is me and Brian texting.
Yeah.
And we go to sports where we'll text a bunch and then either we get busy or we really annoy each other, or we push back on each other. So then we don't text for a while, you know?
Yeah, I think I pissed very... Let me show you. We're going to be... This will be... Let me show you. I'll give you an example.
Please don't do the I knows. Don't do that to me.
Come on, we're going to be vulnerable, Clay. I'm gonna look like
I hate you.
I know, but I'm going to look like a jerk here.
I know, right?
Full screen.
I'm going to start crying just so people will be like, wow, that redheaded guy is
I got to proofread this. I got to make sure everything's okay. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, we text way so much.
I know. Can you search for?
Let me just.
Oh, I didn't. I got it. Oh, go away.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so like right here, this is kind of like the kind of crap we do. Like, I'm in blue. Like I'm always giving him advice. You know, I'm kind of pushy like that. So I want what's best for him, but yeah, I said what to the bins is all you need, like Val does. Cheap and pick stuff. Quit taking mediocre stuff from people, me included. Well, I wouldn't have. What do you say? I wouldn't have, but like I said, it'll sell. And she is trying to help. She had bought it before. I think he's talking about his mom and Angie.
My mom buying the auction stuff.
And I'm telling him, I'm like, no, quit taking that crap. And then I said, like Chris said, a small quality store that will sell and keep you motivated. Give people a list of what you want and tell them nothing unless it's on the list. And Clay said, and Angie stuff is usually Scott's it's like, what are you doing, bro? And Angie stuff is usually I'm gonna read from her. And Angie stuff is usually quick to list to send a sell hound. She is the only one I'll take stuff from. I told Mom to let me see if she is buying more before she does. I think she got lots to help, but also when she doesn't sleep, she was a zombie. Like Clay's got so many run-ons here. Yeah. I'm asking, does her stuff sell fast? Angie stuff. Well, my store isn't that. It's small, I guess, and mediocre to good. It's a mix of shoes and clothes and miscellaneous stuff. And once again, he didn't answer my question. Notice that, right? I said, again, does Angie stuff sell fast? It's slower moving stuff, but it helps. So I'll take it. So this is like our point of contention. I'm like, then donate it. I meant I wouldn't take it if it's slow margin stuff, dude. Okay. No, he didn't say, oh, no. Oh, I get it. And I did a little, but it's already listed. New stuff I've listed fast because we're close or have a draft. And once again, I just like quality. Like we're just arguing. Like, and then he goes, maybe I'll end and sell similar and lower prices. I said, I'm not a fan of spending time on old listings. Just slash the prices. Better spending the time listing new inventory. Well, Clay said, well, I'm saying since I might not source much soon because most every dollar will go to bills, blah, blah, blah. And I said, let me know how it works. And I think that sounded like a real asshole thing to say. And I didn't really mean it like that. And he's like, well, better than buying with money I don't have. I've done that. This is just life. And now I got to pay the bills first. I spent tons to get all this. And then like, I get it. My concern is spending all that time. So like, we're just going back and forth. Like we're trying to convince each other.
Yeah, we're so dumb.
It's kind of annoying now that I'm reading. I'm like, God.
I know, we are annoying.
What happened? Idiot. But
Val, golly. What we need to do is put Val in there just to give her entertainment. She'll never comment unless it's like every few days she'll just be like, I'm so tired now. Thank you. I'm going to go take a nap, guys. Thank you.
Well, here's the thing.
He is in our idiot Facebook page with the real idiots. So, no.
Well, whenever he says, quote, oh, I know, he's like saying, shut the hell up. Like, that's his nice way of saying, I don't want to hear it.
And I don't know that I say it always.
And this is what was funny. Like Chris in the Patreon call was talking to Clay, and Chris was telling Clay some stuff. And Clay several times told Chris, "Oh, I know," and I'm like, I'm like, dude, you told Chris, "Oh, I know," like 3 times, which is basically Chris is giving him Chris level advice, like the king of the reseller in my book. And Clay's basically saying, "No, I hear you, but no."
Well, like I said, it's not. Some of it is like this morning. Now that feels ages ago. So some of it is a defense mechanism. Sometimes it is truly like acknowledging, like when someone talks, like, I understand, but it's a bad mix of all of that, tired, defensive, overwhelmed, everything. So like, it's a new phrase that I didn't know till Brian pointed it out, and then I searched for it in my text and it shows up quite a bit, unfortunately.
I'm going to start saying that. I hear you, but no. I'm just going to say that to people.
I hear what you're saying.
In a few minutes, I'm going to go shower real quick. So I don't. If y'all are still on.
You said it's on at 7? No, 6. 7 your time. Are we in the same time?
The one I'm going on starts at 5:30 your time, 6:30 down, 7:30, and then at 8 Eastern, Mike is gonna Flipping Goodies is going live, and I told him after I get off, I'll come over and hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Mike's too.
So see if you can go on at the start, because me and Alton will still be on with Buffalo. Scott said he's getting ready for his garage sales, and I don't know about Kevin, so maybe you can at least join him at the start.
But I think Mike wanted us all, so I guess if we can't all get on there, we need to repick another time.
Yeah, I know.
Because he made that clear. He wanted like our whole group on it. And Val, you're in the group, by the way. You never message. Do you even read any of the text, or you just?
No, I have it silenced because none of it pertained to me, and I feel bad, and I couldn't contribute anything.
You can't.
I do think it's ridiculous that one time that Scott's like, I don't have any good information or whatever.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay.
He's like one big giant chunk of information.
Well, he's got a lot.
I just felt like I didn't have anything to contribute to the group.
Oh, you do. Well, you and.
Does Joey talk in there? He's the only other straight Poshmarker. I think that's why. It's because we're just posh people.
And that's fine. Jody doesn't talk, and Andrew, my daughter's boyfriend's in the group. Like he's a newish reseller. He'll talk every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm still in the group. I just have it silenced.
That's fine.
I wish people would talk more in the 7 Sticks group.
I know. Like I'm the only one.
People talking when I was posting my goals, and then I don't think anybody commented on it.
I think I would like it, and no one else. I'm like, nah.
Just like, cool, dude. Good for you.
And I would post a link to whatever video or Zoom, and maybe you would like it, and maybe Clay might comment. That's it.
How many people are in there?
It's pretty small. It's like maybe 60.
I never pay attention to the other people in there.
Remember, there was a girl in there that came on our very first mastermind. What was her name? She came on the first couple.
Oh.
She's from Alabama, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember. She was talkative, though. She was like really talkative.
Yeah, she was all about it.
It says there's 57 members.
Yeah, but very few active. Yeah, Mike, let's reschedule because I don't think Scott or Kevin can do it tonight. I definitely think we need to do it though. Just figure a day and time we can all get on there together and talk our idiocy. Yep.
Just start tagging people in that group. I'm gonna force them to talk.
I know there's like a fine line between encouraging and annoying people.
I'm willing to cross that line.
Well, you see with Clay, I do it all the time. Like, well, and here's the thing, and I know Clay's not here, so I don't feel like I'm talking behind his back, but how do I say this? I want what's best for Clay. And I think, I don't know. Like, I know certain things work, like what Chris does, and some things I do, they'll work. And I'm just like, but I get frustrated maybe because, and I know Clay has his own ideas and the way and everybody's going to do it how they want to, and that's fine. And I know it sounds like I'm controlling, but like behind the controlling is I just want to see him succeed. And I know he can't, he could. And I think like our suggestion of the small tight store would work perfectly, like shopping at the bins where your cost of goods is cheap. And just like what you said, just cherry pick. So, but he's got to learn. He knows some, like he knows some, but like learn a niche, I think, and just go to the bins and just focus on that niche until you got that figured out, and then maybe add a second one.
Like even if he just went to the bins for like 1 day a week for 4 to 5 hours, put in half a day, and if all he looked for was like athletic wear, it would be worth it. Because athletic wear is pretty easy. You don't have to really know the brand. You just know athletic wear when you see it.
Yeah, just see your Nike, your Adidas. Kind of like a no-brainer. You're getting like $1 a piece. Yeah.
What is your bins charge?
That's $1.59 a pound. What about y'all's?
$1.39.
Lucky. I mean, it's still cheap either way.
I think when I first started, it was like $1.19. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think ours went up. I think it was cheaper. I think it was $1.49 recently. It went up. Like, well, I see a shoulder. What are you doing, Clay?
Your camera's on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lordy.
What was he doing?
I don't know.
I saw a shoulder.
In the chat?
No. I think he's getting cleaned up. Buffalo Picker Show.
Oh, there he is again.
Oh. That was quick.
Yeah, I was trying to the shadow. I thought I heard my computer make the noise that I'm doing something too fast on the computer, but it wasn't. So
no, I think that was...
I was trying to lean over. Yeah, but I wasn't in garb, so we can do 9.
I think we're going to reschedule because I want to have everybody on there. I think Mike does too, and we know Scott and Kevin can't get on.
Okay. Kevin can't either.
No, he talked because he was talking about he wanted to talk tomorrow, like help with some replenishables.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, whenever. I mean, as long as I don't have that much. A couple days next week, I'm going to meet a friend to run since we didn't this week. But
well, I got 12 up today, and I think I had 10 up before I came on the show. That's so sad.
Yeah, but this derails. Like Val said, next time instead of me going on her channel, she needs to come on mine so she can get more work done.
Yeah, and I got a couple, but I'm also scared I'm gonna make mistakes. Like I could push through and list these boots, but these are gonna bring some good money, so I don't want to screw up the listing. So I think I'm gonna call. Let me see how many that brings me for the week. All right. Here's a trick. Like if you want to, here, let me share this with y'all, in case you care. This is nerdy. Like you want to know how many listings you got up on eBay? There's an easy little trick. Just go to your email.
Yeah,
type in eBay is live, and it'll pull it up. So I've got 12 today. How many I got for the week? And then there's one. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Ooh. So I've only got 36 for the week. So I've got to get at least 14 up over the weekend. I think tomorrow I'll try to get those 14 so I can have Sunday up. Like I do want to have the weekend off, but I also want to hit my 50 goal. and I've got to get better at listing and be more focused.
Well, you need to be done for sure. What Monday night? You need your Monday night free. Cardinal game.
No, I don't care.
They're the Cowboys, though.
Like Clay cares more for the random teams. Like I'm
no, I'm saying Cowboys Cardinals.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like baseball.
No, Cardinals is in your Cowboys.
You know. I went jumping. Yeah, ready to argue with
you because you will watch for sure. I'll most likely watch.
Clay makes me mad. Like his dad has season tickets to the Cowboys, and but then we'll text her in the game, and like he ain't even he's watching like a cricket documentary while the Cowboys are on.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell, dude? I'm gonna tell your dad on you.
Because I've gone to so many games that I'm just. It's a thing in our family too. You know, like I've seen the what sports and going to all these games and being so into whatever it is, you know. And in our family, it was sports can do to a family at times, you know. Mike is saying Tuesday night is usually a slow time. Do we want to say?
Yeah, Tuesday night's fine.
Tuesday? Okay. I'm going to put it in our, Mike, I'll put in our little Facebook. Well, I mean,
yeah, make sure that works for Scott and Kevin, but yeah.
I'll ask and say, the idiots are reselling.
All right, guys. I didn't get my listings, and I'm getting hungry. So.
Oh yeah, and I got to get on his channel here in a second. So
y'all check out Clay on Buffalo Pickers. They have a good reselling channel too.
Every Friday, he's got a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little more focused. On my live, we talk reselling, but we talk social, emotional therapy, and who knows, guns and
right. Knives, irrational fears. Yeah.
We talk about everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how we roll. All right, Clay, you want to take us out with the wait, Val has something.
Oh, I was waving, but also you don't forget to check your Facebook group. You had another person join.
Okay, yeah, I think I accepted the request, but if not, I'll definitely get in there. Thanks for dropping by, Akeisha. She says, cool, I want to go full-time, build up my store and get. Yeah, the best way to go full-time is to start part-time and build up. Like, don't just make the switch and like, make sure you're. Clay went a little premature. Make sure you're.
I was tired of teaching and with Corona, but yeah.
Yeah, and there's mitigating circumstances for sure, but yeah, and you can do it on the side the whole time and build a great. There's some big time resellers. Mike flipping goodies. He does it on the side. Makes more than any of us. Probably all of us combined. He makes more. Yeah. So you can do it. You can do it part time the whole time. I love doing it full time. I love it. But anyway, yeah, it's Monday. What do we say? Monday at 4. I know Emily can't make it. Sad face, but I guess
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, so Sunday. Just y'all can comment on that 7 groups page. Maybe somebody can put a post about times and get a consensus. But maybe Sunday evening, we'll do a mastermind. And that one will be more specific. We will be focused on that one a little bit more, like goals and how we can help each other. All right. With that being said, check out Clay later. And Clay, take us out.
Dun 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 dun.